Next up is reigon. It's a rock flying type. I imagine this being a meteor that came down from space and it would come to life. It evolves into meteor rock. This line is very creepy, honestly. Just look at it. Let's just move on. Snire, it's a fire type and it's a little snake. It evolves into Fabra. It grows arms. It's a cobra. Firefighting type. Next. Frattleman. Grows legs. Powerful. Then there's Icer. It's an ice fighting type. Ice boxing gloves. Pretty cool. Ice is his form that he evolves into. It's big. Strong. Spoison. It's just a spider. Don't know why I made it. Evolves into Arachnid. It becomes part flying. Now this is the opposite of Steel Spinosaur and Stegosaur. This one's frowned. It's a fire ground type. It's a T-Rex that's got a head made of fire. I like him. Not as much as Stegosaur though. The Spinosaurus is actually my favorite dinosaur. Sorry, T-Rex fanboys. Spinosaurus is stronger. Next up is Tyrannoflame. He's big, he's bad, and he's mean. Still fire ground. I have to change his height to 25. That's what I did with Steel Spinosaur. I imagine them as big, but not too big. But now that I think about it, it would be much cooler if they were huge, because they're based off of giant carnivores. So let's go ahead and do that. Hero Trick. Height 3'6". He's an electric fighting type. This line's pretty interesting. It's a Pokemon that likes to be a hero. It evolves into Superhero Trick. It gets bigger and stronger. Mount Dog. It's pretty big. It's a dog with a mountain on its back. But then it evolves into Mount Wolf. It is 50 feet tall. Imagine having that Pokeball. I can't imagine catching this thing. Like, what they do is they lay down and pretend they're mountains. And then they're just strong and big. They're really rare, though. You don't see them that often. You got Squirry. Squirry is one of my favorites. Standalone Pokemon. Always happy. Squirry, it's a fairy flying type. Yeah, Squirry. And yeah, Gear. This line is stupid. Our names are stupid. It's just a stupid concept. It's just a gear. Yeah. And Gyarago. Still not the best idea. Sharkin is next. It's little. It's powerful. Evolves into Sharkath, though. Sharkath is cool. Then Sharkath evolves into Sharkiter, which I really like. The next up is Sari. It's a fairy type, likes to sing. Now Sari, if you're nice to it, stuff evolves into Sayori. But if you're mean to it, it becomes Darius. This one's pretty creepy. It haunts dreams of children. Next up, Devolution. This was kind of like my Eevee, but then I thought of a new idea later on. Devolution's a normal type. It could evolve into Firelution. Electrocution or dark illusion. It's fire, dark, or electric. Next up, assault. It's a little battery. Evolves into Anba. Grows legs. And finally, Tree. Now, if you don't know why his name is Tree, it's because assault and battery. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yep, this is him. Some people say he looks like a Lego, but I don't think so. I think he looks like a battery. Next up is Stos. Goes steel type. He has a shield. Goes to the shield. Assost is his next form. Well, looks like we're done. So, tell me what you thought of it in the comments down below. I would very much like to hear you. Bye! You think that was it? Of course that's not it. There's part 2. And we're showing it to you instead of making you wait. This is the cover for part 2. Let's get right into it. We got Coal Dug. It's another bug tape, but it's ice tape. He's all wrapped up in his bug clothing. I don't know what to call it. He's just wrapped up. But then he makes his cocoon and becomes insect. And his cocoon makes him look like he's wrapped up in cloth. And he's mad because he's cold. But then he keeps that when he becomes Icerfly. His wings are made of ice. He's still mad because it's cold. Because he lives on the mountains. It's cold. You got Robo Eagle. You got missiles. Strong. Yeah. You got Suman. It's a sumo wrestler snowman. He's pretty cool. Falls into Snowsuman. He gets sticks, a carrot nose, and buttons. He loves you. He's like the violent version of Frosty the Snowman. You got Pumper. This is Pumper. The grass ghost type. It's a pumpkin. He's okay. Evolves into Pumperlost. He haunts your dreams, doesn't he? Yeah. Stare into that soul of yours. That's what he does. He gonna get you. He gonna get you. He gonna get you. Next up is one of my favorites is Fibbit. He's a little cute rabbit. What do you think? He's a little cute. Hold on. You got Box Sunny. It's what it evolves into. His fluff on his neck just kept growing. Basically turned into a shirt, and it covered his face. It's an ice normal type. He's tall. That's mostly because of his ears. He's pretty tall on his own. Farger is the next one. It's a dark type. Now it can evolve into either Fargis or Fargrowl. Now the enemy of Fibbit is Vunny. It's little, and he's got big ears, and he uses his ears to fight back. A lot more than Fibbit does. That's why his ears are a lot bigger than Fibbit's. Vabbit. His ears are bigger than his normal arms, so he uses them a lot more. Next up is Mammophant. I like Mammophant. It's happy. Actually, it's more of like, oh, what's going on? An Eliath. He's mad. It's cold where he lives. Come on, grab it. Next up is Knife. It's a ghost steel type. If you look at it like that, there's his eyes and his mouth. He's 1 foot tall. And then there's Dearest. It's a deer. Evolves into Deerin. This is one of my favorites, Rockins. It's a rock fighting type. Now it evolves into Rockis. And then it evolves into Roxer. And there's Lesseed. It's Nesseed. The next one is Lessie. It has a volcano on its back. It's a water fire type, actually. It creates... It can learn eruption and stuff like that. Like, it's pretty cool. I like Lessie. Next up is Stoizen. It's like a steel poison crystal. Like a living crystal Pokemon. It evolves into Imstosia. I like this one too. Next up, Drunder. I like Drunder. Drunder. Dragon water type. It evolves into Droodle. This is the pseudo legendary, guys. It evolves into Droodus. Now, next up is the legendaries, guys. Now, some of them are based off of mythology and stuff like that. So the next one is Colaghost. So it's based off of Cthulhu. And it's a ghost. I know it doesn't look like Cthulhu, but that's what it's based off of. Then there's the Bunder. It's based off of the Thunderbird. It's pretty cool. And then Grim Steeper, obviously, the Grim Reaper. It's a steel dark type. Then, the two main legendaries is next. You got Toxipus. He can shoot poison and use these to swipe poison at his enemies. He's a poison fairy type. And then its enemy is Nightatar, or Nightatar. It's a ground fighting type. Then the third legendary of the bunch is Keltar, Psychic Steel. Now guys, if you think this design is weird, let me just tell you, the original design was way weirder. I just wasn't happy with his original design, so I decided to change it. I think this is better though. Get a cowboy minotaur. Now next up are the characters. And the first character is the main protagonist. And that's me, Justice Barone. My Pokemon are Frotigus, Hugebug, Moo, Cloudfout, Steel Spinosaur, and Bach Sunny. Then there's Chris Wyatt, the rival. And he has a Wallian, a Blue Stibble, Electric, Drilly, a Cloud Thunder, an Oinker, and a Tyrannoflame. And then there's Sam K, the friend. And he's got Leafogel, Wormickle, Lightnodon, Archeo, Hulkian, and Sharkiter. And then you got Hector, the ghost leader. These are gym leaders. He's got a Moo, an Oinker, and a Stost. That's the badge. You got Flowey, the grass leader. He's got Burnbush, a Grouse, and a Flowern. Let's get the flower badge. And there's... Hold on. Hard to do with one hand. Sorry. Sunai, the water leader. It's got a Blueby water, a Bessie, a Doffy, an Orkin, and that's the badge. It's a wave. Buggy, the bug leader, some of these names aren't that good, has a Wormicle, a Poison, a Scorpion, and a Big Bug. That's the badge. It's the head of Big Bug, or Huge Bug. It's kind of weird when you think about it. Next up, we got Heated, Fire Leader. He's got a Frutigus, Stugman Go, Dark Missy, 4, and Frettleman. And that's the badge, just like a flame. Dirty Harry, the Ground Leader. Grat form, a Tyrannoflame, a Mount Wolf, an Archeo, and another Grat form. That's the badge. And you got Ramona, the Flying Leader. It's got a Blizzdibbly Electric, a Blizzdibbly Water, a Lightnodon, a Cloud Thunder, a Squirty, and that's the badge. And Master Hugo, the Final Leader, the Fighting Leader. A Karato, a Cloudfout, a Dragnation, a Champion, a Seister, and a Hulkian, or its Pokemon. His Pokemon, and that's the badge. Now, next up is the Elite Four. You got Khan, the Dark type. Elite Four member. And he's got a Huge Bug, a Dark Messy, a Mesadepth, and a 4. Now, in my region game, if there was an actual game, you could change the difficulty for, like, easy, medium, hard, and, like, master. And, like, on the hardest difficulty, like, on hard, instead of hardest, I think, on master, these guys would all be, like, level 60 or higher. And these are the levels on hard. So, on, like, easy, they would probably be in their 40s. Maybe 30s in levels. High 30s if they were in their 30s. And you got Baba, the Psychic Leader. He's like, And then he's got a Tiss, a Seister, a Cybull. That's it. And then you got Hector. He came back as an Elite Four member. He has a Moo, an Oinker, and a Soast, a Knife, and a Pumperlost. That says Pumperhost because I changed his name to Pumperlost. And you got Draco, the Dragon Leader. He's got a Dragnation, a Drillion, a Dargo, and a Drutus. And then there's the Champion. Now, the very first champion that is Ice type is Frigid, the Ice Champion. All of his Pokemon are level 70 on hard difficulty, 80 on master. He's got a Wallian, a Ice, a Mount Wolf, a Snowsummon, an Elif, and a Vebbit. The evil teams. This is post-game stuff, because technically, post-game is actually the start. Like, after you become champion, all the real big stuff happens, because, like, the champion and the Elite Four and like, the gym leaders help out a lot, like, before you're the champion, against the evil teams, because that's their job. It's not your job to fight against the evil teams. So that's how it is in every game. It's like, why aren't the gym leaders and stuff fighting these people instead of this 10-year-old kid that's just a Pokemon trainer and he's not the champion or something like that? Like, I know Lance from the original game did fight against Team Rocket a little bit, but that's still not enough. I mean, seriously, he barely did anything. But in this, they do, so you don't really fight them that much, but you still do here and there. But once you become champion, you do fight them, because it's your job as champion to fight against the evil teams. Sometimes you get help from the Elite Four members. Now, first team is Team Celebi. Grunts. They have Holt, Psychow, and Darkja. Those are the Pokemon they can have. They want to use the power of Celebi to control time. This is what they look like as Grunts. Two different designs. You got Team Celebi admins, Hulkian, Cyborg, Dark Messi, and Cloud Thunder Pokemon they can have. That's what they look like. Oh. Team Celebi leader Sid. He's a Lightnodon, Superhero Trick, Hulkian, Roxer, Cloud Thunder, and Cyborg. And in the final battle, he has a Celebi and a Superhero Trick. Now, in the final battle, you actually get to choose 2 Pokemon that you fight with instead of 6. So you get to fight against him with only 2 Pokemon, while he's got 2 Pokemon. So it's pretty hard, especially on the harder difficulties. You got Team Mew Grunts. They have a mask on and like a fake tail. They got Ren, Orkin, Stugman, and Grouse. They want to use the power of Mew to... they want to use Mew's power to make any Pokemon they want. Next page. Team Mew admin. Pokemon they have is Tis, Orchid, Stugmango, and Gratform. So what they look like, it's got half the mask. Team Mew leader Mina. So what she looks like. She doesn't have a mask on though. She's got the ears though, and she's got a tail. She's got a Cloudfelt, Dolphinal, a Four, a Fairstill, a Frattleman, and a Darith. I always imagine her thinking like her Darith is very cute and lovely, because she's kind of not psychic. She's kind of insane. Like she thinks Darith is cute. She's like, oh, look at my cutie Pokemon, stuff like that.